Now, how about them damn Celtics?
All right, we're back with another Boston Celtics video, and today we're talking about Jaylen Brown. Celtics got their first win in New Orleans on Monday night, and after the game, Jaylen sort of reiterated the stuff he was saying all season. Basically said, "I would hope we would get a little more time than 3 games." I know Celtics fans are harsh, I guess is the word you should use. His exact quote was, "Obviously, you don't want to lose games while you're figuring out like how to maximize potential and how the moving parts works." But then he said, "But like I said before the season, I don't know if maybe it went on deaf ears, but it takes a little bit of time. I would like to see. Hopefully, they give us more than a week, Celtics fans. But we know how Celtics fans can be, so we don't make any excuses. Tonight was good to get a win. Still a lot of figuring out to do. Excuse me. We still got to build on some strengths and just got to make some harder plays. So going forward, we got to grow, got to learn, and got to take some of those growing pains. But tonight was a good example of a victory. And it does feel like Celtics fans have been very quick to judge based on the first few games.
Yeah, I mean, we all spent the summer just like pontificating, being like, I wonder what it's going to look like. I wonder how well they're going to start. I wonder what it's going to be for this roster coming out of the gates with a different look. And through the first 3 games, it wasn't pretty. Through the first 3 quarters of game 4, it wasn't pretty. And then something clicked in the fourth quarter where they all just kind of went ballistic and started making shots. And, you know, I think the sample size is more discouraging than anything. Like, I think you should feel a little bit more skeptical of the team's ability, but at the same time, like, it is a very small sample size. Like, it is 4 of the 82 games. Like, if you were looking at this as if it was a football season, you would literally be like, the 5th game is 1 football game. 5 NBA games, the equivalent. It's 1/16 of the season. I know they play 17 now, but whatever. So to react and like jump to conclusions after just like 3 games is kind of an overreaction, even if it feels like, man, this is way different. And to be honest with you, that's part of it too. It's so shocking. It's jarring to see like the marginal mistakes that really come back to bite them this year. Whereas the last couple seasons, either those things wouldn't happen, or if they did happen, they would like find a way to win still because they were so much better than everybody. Like, I think the fan base kind of slowly realizing, oh, like for them to win games, like they have to play pretty well. Like they have to shoot the shit out the ball. They have to make sure they rebound well. And that is not what people are used to.
No, I mean, we both talked about it in the pregame yesterday, and like you just said, the margin for error is really the biggest difference between last season and this season, right? Like, I still think the Celtics have talent on their team. I still think they are capable of winning basketball games. It's just if you mess up in, last year, if you messed up in 3 of the 4 areas you needed to accomplish, but you succeeded in one, then you probably had enough talent to overcome that gap. This year, if you fail in 3 of the 4 areas, you have no chance. If you fail in 2 of them, you're probably going to struggle. If you fail in one of them, you'll feel okay, but you still could lose. Like, there's just not like you can't turn the ball over, you can't foul, you have to rebound, and you know there's one more that I'm forgetting that Joe mentioned. Offensive rebounding, I guess it's both rebounding, but like it is just such a slim line that they have to like navigate, and it's very difficult. I can play this clip too, Jaylen Brown talking about like the pieces they lost and stuff like that. Because I mean, he said we lost 4 All-Stars this season, and then he gave Luke his credit too, being an All-Star to the Celtics. But yeah, here you go.
We play some good Celtics basketball.
You mentioned the Celtics fans, like after a week, they lose patience a little bit. Is that something that at this point in your career you've learned to just tune out or not worry about, or does it motivate you to say, the fans know we need to win? Like, how do you kind of think through that?
I mean, I don't really have a response to it. It's, it is what it is. Like, it's going to take some time. It's going to, we lost 4 All-Stars last season between Al, Drew, Kristaps, and then JT being out. Well, Luke's an all-star to me. Luke's an all-star in all of our hearts. You know what I mean? But we lost some big-time players. We didn't lose one guy. We lost 5. So to replace those guys does not happen overnight. I've said that, and it doesn't happen in a week either. So we gotta build some chemistry. We gotta, build some identity, and adopt a new style of play. But I believe in this group. I believe in that we have the potential. But it takes a little bit of time. So I'm looking forward to growing with this group, growing as myself, and also being a leader. So We'll see as more comes, but good victory tonight.
Yeah, it's really
So
hard to watch these games and not like have volatile reactions. It's like, whoa, this is so different, or whoa, like they should not have lost that Philly game. They had it in the bag, or they shouldn't have lost to the Pistons. They gave up 1 billion offensive rebounds. Like to be upset about those things is very true and justified and like valid. But to think that this is the end product that you're going to see with the Celtics team feels like it's a little bit too much of an extreme conclusion at this point. Like you said it to start this little episode. Like Jaylen's been saying this through as soon as they put the microphone in front of him. He's been like, "Hey, everybody, calm down. We might suck at the beginning." Paraphrasing, we might not be great at the beginning. We have a lot of, chemistry to develop, as he said in the last clip, and we're all just kind of have to stay the course with that. Like it's maybe going to take time. Maybe they don't blossom. Maybe they don't gel together well. But it does take a little bit more time. And we got spoiled 2 years ago when the new guys came in to join the team and it went really well. Like Kristaps and Drew blended right in like this. Everybody was bought in all on the same page. And this isn't even to say that the new guys aren't bought in, but they might not have the talent to immediately just take on whatever role it is that they're needed to play.
yeah, when you shake up any team as much as the Celtics have been shaken up, it's not going to happen quickly, right? Like there's only so much you can learn in training camp and practices and meaningless preseason games before you have to actually play the games in front of you. And I mean, I've said it, like if they just get a few more defensive rebounds, they probably beat the Pistons. If they just play terrible instead of disastrous in the second quarter against the Knicks, they probably beat the Knicks. If they, in the Philly game, if they just like guard Maxey a little bit better in that fourth quarter and hold to that principle, they probably beat the Sixers. And for what it's worth, I think both of us had all three of those teams above them in the standings this season. Like it's not like those are teams that they definitely should have beat this team. And the fact that we're saying they should have beat those teams shows that they probably could have, and shows that they were in those games and that they were capable of doing it. But like if I asked you, will the Celtics beat the Sixers, Knicks and Pistons this year, I probably would have said the Philly. I think they'll beat Philly, and they were probably the closest to beating Philly. But the Knicks and Pistons, I think we both had over them, adamantly. And obviously, they murdered the Pelicans thanks to a good fourth quarter. But like, I just don't think it's fair to judge the Celtics based off a few games of trying to learn and gel, and especially when there have been flashes of like, oh, okay, this can actually work. So I'm still a believer in the Celtics team. I still think they'll be I haven't strayed. I'm not going to adjust my win total prediction of 45 until I see a 10-game sample size. Like I've said that I'm going to stick to that. And I think fans should give them a little bit more time.
Yeah. What if they just win 7 in a row? That'd be crazy. And it would be great for the cup. I can't wait. Friday, Halloween, getting spooky. Already thinking about the NBA Cup. Personally, I'm overlooking the Cavs. I don't even care. Give me a win in Philly. No, to be honest with you, like I think a lot of this is also like in the coaching sphere where Joe's not only learning like what to do with this roster, but who he actually wants to play. Like we talked about it on the post-game pod from New Orleans, where it was like Ugo didn't play in this game and it felt kind of random, but it feels like he's just seeing who fits where, who can handle what, like what lineups work well together because he doesn't really know yet. And that's part of all of this too. The experimentation does take away from the ability to win games at times. And with a team without serious expectations like this one, like you can kind of afford that to just see how you can get the most out of this group because that's his job.
Yeah, we'll see. Long season ahead, but let us know what you think. Appreciate your opportunity again. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll say I'm taking that.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are here every single day. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, game recaps morning after each game. Other videos are here in between to keep you up to date with all things Celtics. You can find the two of us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps are there. So if you just want those followed, they'll go right to your feed. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Already had a few come in, so we'll be reading those later this week. hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is JacksMoneNBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.